Happy Monday morning, money management class. Here we go again, another week. But like I said, the weather's getting nicer, so we're getting outside. And hopefully you're not putting too much time into these activities that I'm providing for you, and yet you're learning a little bit. So we're going to continue our quest with mutual funds this week, and you're going to be picking some from a bank that you deal with, whether it be CIBC, Royal, or Bank of Montreal. You're going to pick two funds and compare them, just like we did with the CIBC funds last week. Now you're saying, well, what if I deal with CIBC? Well, that's fine, but you have to choose two different funds, and I'll show you how to where to find those in a couple of seconds here. So a little cartoon to start the day. When mutual funds grow 7% per year, does that mean it would be 49% in dog years? Just and you can get your T-shirt with that as well. So anyways, just a little bit of humor to start the day. So this is what you're going to be looking at when you see the class website and the weekly lesson plans. This will be explained a little bit more, but these are the links that I want you to see. So here are the big five banks that you can deal with. Now with mutual funds, we're going to be dealing with the fund fact sheet. So if you were to click CIBC right there, you come up with this. There's the link. Now, the difference between all mutual funds, you have savings mutual funds, you have income funds, growth funds, and then down here, index funds. Now, the difference between these is savings funds are very safe. They're just like almost a bank account, but with a little bit of a higher rate of return. They invest in mostly treasury bills and money market, which is very short-term bonds, and just very safe stuff. Income funds are, again, very safe. They invest in bonds mostly. Okay, bonds are corporate bonds or government bonds, again, which are fairly safe. Then we get down to growth funds, which invest in stocks. That's what we're used to, the Coca-Colas and the Microsofts and all that. And equity or index funds, we're not going to be dealing with this week. We'll stay away from the index funds. We'll explain a little bit more about those next week. But they're very good. But I want you to concentrate on getting one growth fund. And I don't know where we'll go income fund. Yeah, why not? One income fund and one growth fund from each of your banks. So there's the CIBC one. So if I were to click on my U.S. Equity Fund Series A, the fund fact sheet. There we go. The exact same kind of format that we dealt with in last week's lesson. So I would like you to download this fund fact sheet and put it in your Drive folder. So you're going to pick two. So one growth fund and one income fund. Okay, and you're going to download both of them and put them in your Drive folder. And then you're going to be answering the comparison sheet just like last week on those two funds that you've chosen. So if you deal with Scotiabank, which is also Tangerine Bank, the fund fact sheets, you'll come up with something that looks like this. Okay, that's when you click the link, all the fund fact sheets. And so then if I click the Canadian Dividend Fund Series A, I will come up with, again, a fund fact sheet for Scotia funds. You'll see that they look very similar. The industry has done a really good job, the banking industry, with making all the fund fact sheets very standard. They look the same to all the investors. So it doesn't matter which mutual fund you're looking at. They've got a pretty standard mutual fund facts sheet for you to compare them. So that's good. So that's Scotiabank. So you're going to use an equity. You see up here, you've got equity, balanced, income. Now, balanced funds we haven't talked about. They're a little bit of income and growth funds put together. Okay, so your balanced funds here are a little bit of equity, and you can see that they've got. You can pick one of those, a balanced fund, if you want to. They balance risk and no risk, so they got a little bit of both. So that's your Scotiabank ones. So balanced funds are okay if you see those in your bank. So again, download it, 2 of them, one growth and one either balanced or income. Growth is the same as equity, by the way, and then put them in your Drive folder and answer the questions. So that was Bank. Then if we go to Royal Bank, the link that you will get is right here. Okay, so this is a bit different to get the fund fact sheets from. So if I click on, over here, you can see the fund fact sheet. I guess I came up to, there's the fund fact sheet. So you will find the fund fact sheet for, this is the RBC Balance Growth and Income Fund. Okay, so there's the link. I think the link actually goes to, I had these opened up because I didn't want to have this video drag and lag when I'm trying to open things up like it's doing right now. So you'll be able to find the fund fact sheets through Royal Bank, no problem. It doesn't drag us down. So there's a fund fact sheet. Again, you see the Royal Banks look exactly the same as all the other ones. So one balanced or income fund and one growth fund. So that brings us to TD. So TD mutual funds, where have I got those opened up here? Let's see, right here. So when you click on the link, this is what you'll come up with. Okay, so you've got all of your funds. And if I pick the dividend growth fund, which is dividend growth fund right there, I click on it and it will ask me for the fund fact sheet. It'll come up here, but this isn't the fund fact sheet, you see. The dividend growth fund link, when I click it, brings me to this thing. This is a fund overview. So you have to go down to the bottom of that sheet and you will see the fund fact sheet. Okay, right there. You click on that and you'll come up with this. So there's your fund fact sheet. Okay, it looks well. This one looks a little bit different. They've got these pictures in here, which are a little bit different than what we're used to. Basically, it's the same fund fact sheet. So there's TD, and finally, we've got finally Bank of Montreal. So if I look at my Bank of Montreal, when I open that up, let's see where I think this is the best one of them all. Mutual fund, Scotia. Just looking where I opened up my Bank of Montreal one. Let's see. I had it open and it looked pretty good. Let's see where we got Canadian Scotia. Oh, I had it. Let's open this up anyways. It'll take a couple seconds, but when you bring Bank of Montreal's up, it'll be very much similar. I had it open up on my tab, but it has got a fund fact sheet. So there's all of your mutual funds. So you can see that there's a pile of them, right? So I'm picking an income fund and then try to pick a growth fund or a balanced fund. Okay, so growth ones look like equity class, and when you click on those fund fact sheets, you will come up with a fund fact sheet. So that there's the link where it will go to. So you're going to download 2 mutual fund fact sheets from the bank that you deal with. Now you're saying, what if I deal with Simply? Well, Simply is the same as what? CIBC. And Tangerine is the same as Scotiabank. Saying, well, if I have another Easy Bank or some other online bank, then just pick the bank that your parents deal with or one that is closest to your house. Okay, so that's going to be your activity for this week. It shouldn't take you too long. And then mark them done at the beginning of the file name when you're completed, and I will take a look at them. So this will all be in your Drive. The question sheets will be in your Drive folder, and they will look similar to the CIBC ones that you did last week. So have a great week, and please let me know if you have any questions. There'll be an email in your inbox this morning as well. Have a great week, folks.